All right, let's talk about one of the most frustrating things for anyone learning a new language. You know the feeling. We're going to jump right into how to solve it.
Have you ever been there? I mean, you're listening to a podcast or watching a movie, and you get it. You understand every single word. But then, the moment you try to open your mouth and say something, nothing comes out. It's like you hit a wall.
And this right here is the heart of the problem. It's this bizarre disconnect. Your brain is totally on board. It has all the vocabulary, all the grammar, but your mouth just hasn't gotten the memo. It feels like they're not even on the same team.
Well, what if there was a technique designed specifically to fix that? To literally build a bridge between what you understand and what you can say out loud? Well, there is. It's called shadowing, and it is a total game changer for getting your mouth and brain to finally work together. So, what exactly is it? It's actually super simple. You listen to a native speaker and you just repeat what they say. But here's the key. You do it almost instantly. You're not waiting for the sentence to end. You're talking right along with them, like you're their shadow. Now, for this to really work, you gotta follow two golden rules. First, repeat immediately. Seriously, no hesitation. The second rule is the one that might feel a little weird, but it's crucial. Do not translate. You're trying to turn off the part of your brain that analyzes everything and just focus on pure imitation. It's all about the sounds, the rhythm, the music of the language. So, how does this look in practice? Well, we start small. Step one is all about building a solid foundation using super simple sentences. The goal here isn't to have a conversation, it's just to get the physical feeling of the language. You'd start with something incredibly basic, like this. The sky is blue. You're not thinking about the meaning. You're just feeling how your mouth makes those shapes, those sounds, without getting your brain all tangled up. And then another one. The sun is hot. With every single one of these, you're creating a direct pathway between hearing a sound and physically producing it. No middleman, no translation. Or something like, a dog is running. I want you to think of these as little workouts for your tongue and your lips. They are the absolute bedrock of the whole method. And one more. The child drops the ice cream. You keep practicing these simple little phrases until they start to feel completely automatic. And once you've got that down, you're ready to level up. Okay, so once those little phrases feel like second nature, we can start to evolve. Step two is all about adding detail, connecting those simple ideas into longer, more complete thoughts. So, check this out. Instead of just a simple observation like, the houses are small, you'd start shadowing a more complex description. The idea here is to get your brain used to holding on to longer strings of words and reproducing that natural flow. Here's a perfect example. When I leave the shop, the sun is lower in the sky. The street is crowded with people coming back from work. See how that starts to sound and feel way more like a real, natural conversation? And that brings us to the final step, the boss level, if you will, shadowing natural flowing speech. This is where you really learn to master the cadence, the emotion, and the rhythm of a real story. At this point, you're shadowing entire narratives. Near the fountain, three young people are preparing to play music. At first, they look a little nervous, but soon they begin to play. You can feel it, right? You're not just repeating words anymore. You're echoing a living story. This is what we're aiming for. The music connects everyone, even people who do not know each other. Next to me, a small boy is holding a red balloon in his hand. When you can shadow passages like this, you're training yourself to speak and think in full paragraphs, not just single sentences. So we've gone through the how, but let's talk for a second about the why. Why does this simple act of repeating what you hear work so darn well? What's actually going on inside your head? Well, you can think of shadowing as a complete workout for your fluency. It's training your ear to catch the natural rhythm. It's training your mouth to physically make sounds it's not used to. It's training your brain to connect thoughts without that awkward pause. All of this leads to more speed, a more natural flow, and honestly, a massive confidence boost. At the end of the day, it all boils down to one thing. You are building muscle memory, but not just for your mouth, for your mind too. It's just like practicing scales on an instrument. You do it over and over until you don't have to think about it anymore. It just happens. So I'll just leave you with this final thought. We always think that to get fluent, we need to study more, memorize more, and just generally think harder. But what if the real secret to fluency isn't about thinking more at all? What if it's about training yourself to the point where you can finally think less?